Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Chrono Cross. We have just defeated the Time Devourer, gotten our 48th uh, power-up star, growth level star, 2000 G, 10 hit points for Ald, 1 magic resistance, 5 hit points for Tidal Rabbit, 1 magic resistance, and 9 hit points for Lord Smappy, and 1 strength. Go ahead and max heal to recover alls. Got an Earring of Hope. Now I shall truly awaken again. This too is destiny. That thing, the Dragon God, it is only a quasi-existence. A temporary form that the real Dragon God uses in order to appear in this dimension. The actual Dragon God was consumed long ago, swallowed by that being on the other side of the dimensional darkness. The frozen flame is a splinter from the extraterrestrial being Lavos. The one who connects with the frozen flame, in effect, links with Lavos itself. As a mediator between Lavos and living things, that one would gain extraordinary powers by binding with the new seed of destruction. The Devourer of Time.
What in places is a Devourer of Time?
Now go to the place where the time became divided and weave the threads of time together again. Chrono Trigger! Wait, no, we're playing Chrono Cross. Get that right. The Devourer of Time is a new life form. Born from the fusion of a life form from this planet with Lavos, who nests on the far side of the dimensional void. In the far-off future, when the fusion becomes complete, it will awaken. Then the Devourer of Time will begin to consume all space-time continua. Despair and hatred to return all things to nothingness. That is what it desires. Here, take this with you. Ald received the Time Egg. The Time Egg will enable you to travel beyond space-time. The world is in your hands. Go, release a life that is imprisoned. Water levels are rising. If you're in this room with the speed up, it does sound like the sounds that the crystals make is a little bit more obvious on what it's going for.
Crikey, what in bloody hell's happening? This place is going to crumble to pieces.
Yeah, I should probably leave too. Wait for me, ladies! So yeah, hope you got all the items out of here. Well, it didn't sink that low. There's a lot of water inside it, apparently. Kind of surprised it was able to float like that. Oh, I think the mushrooms are kicking in. It's feeling a little Xenogears-like. Okay, well that's interesting.
So that's a Terra Tower's final true form. In the end, we're all the same. Everyone dreams of being greater, more powerful. We've come this far. All that remains is to defeat the Devourer of Time. Once we wipe the Devourer of Time off the face of this planet, it's all over. Hopefully everything will go back to normal again. You're wrong. Things won't ever go back to the way they were. Destiny, fate, is dead. From now on, us humans have to choose our own way in life. We also have to take responsibility for the choices we make. And something's got to be done about the way we go around hurting and killing one another. We got to settle our differences once and for all. Listen, what's really important is what we do now. This issue ain't whether we defeat that bastard or not. I'm afraid that, depending on how we go about it, we could lose out on gaining something really precious. So the issue is the way we fight. So where on earth is the real Time Devourer, the real Devourer of Time? My guess is the key to finding it lies at the beach. That's where this whole thing started. It's also probably where this whole thing will end.
Terra Tower, final form. And we can't go in there anymore. Items. So the time egg should be in here somewhere. There it is. A legendary item that is a complete enigma. It is believed to break the bonds of time. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure what the order is going to be for fighting this thing. So I think our elements are pretty okay, but one exception that I'm going to make is... actually, no. I think that'll be okay. Alright, so we want to head back to Opasa Beach. We have the green one. Do we have another one? Or do I just use it here? Let me go ahead and leave just to make sure that I get an autosave. Because again, we've gotten 2 more bosses defeated. I'm going to need to do some leveling up. Okay, maybe I do it right here. There is the time egg. Nope. I might need to head back to the homeworld then. Yeah, I do need to head to the homeworld. Alright. Astral Amulet. Actually, you know what? No, I'll hold that off. Well, there's a familiar-looking face. Before we talk to them, let me make sure that I got that autosave. There's where it is.
So you finally made it, Ald. When did this sorry tale all begin? Was it 10 years ago when you almost drowned here? Or was it 14 years ago when you were wounded by the panther demon that attacked you? That resulted in you being carried to Chronopolis, where you came into contact with fate and the frozen flame. Or perhaps it was 2,400 years in the future, when the time crash hurled Chronopolis back to prehistoric times. Actually, that would be 1,400 years in the future. Or could it even have been 12,000 BC, when an ancient magical kingdom met its end after trying to use Lavos? Each is close to being correct, and yet at the same time so far from the right answer. The true beginning was during the destruction of the ancient kingdom of Zeal. As the palace collapsed around her, Princess Shala was sucked into a dimensional vortex, along with the Lavos Mammon machine. Shala and Lavos became unified into one even more powerful entity that would evolve into the Devourer of Time. Filled with the hatred and sadness of Lavos, half of Shalo's mind became set on destroying all of existence. Yet at the same time, the other half of her mind desired to save the universe and to be rescued herself. As Shala fell through the time gate in this condition, she heard your crying echoing through time. That is when her story and yours began to intertwine. It is also when the past and the future began to intersect, and when the world became divided into two, led by the pitiful crying of the young Auld maid as the Black Panther demon's poison took hold of him. Yes, Auld, the sound of your crying touched the heart of Princess Shala. Before the destructive mindset could become dominant, she cloned herself and sent her copy into this dimension. Shala left her baby daughter clone with her ancient magical pendant. This was to safeguard her daughter clone in life and death situations. The pendant would rewind time a little, sending her daughter clone into a safer point in the immediate past. That's right. Lord Smappy is Shala's daughter clone. You're wrong, I'm me. I ain't no Shala's daughter or clone. Yes, that's right, Lord Smappy. If that's how you feel. I think Princess Shala would have wanted it to be that way, too. And now, about Project Kid, the time control Project Balthazar planned out. The whole project existed to lead you to this one special point in time. The founding of Chronopolis, the time crash, and the battle between Fate and the Dragon Gods. It was all coordinated so that you would get your hands on the Chrono Cross and come to this place. Of course, Lord Smappy was not to know anything about this whole plan until later. Further in the future, she is meant to travel back 10 years in time from now to save Auld from drowning. Lord Smappy was also meant to call Auld into the other world as he spoke with Tidal Rabbit here on Opasa Beach. You're our last hope, our final chance. Only you, who came into contact with Shala and Lord Smappy, Shala's clone daughter, can do it. In the darkness that exists on the other side of time, Shala has been integrated with the Devourer of Time. Please, Auld, release Princess Shala from the binds of that monster and her own hatred. Show us, the life forms that exist on this planet, what our new future will be.
Let's try talking to you so that we don't get, we're not blocking the view.
Or even angels lose their way. 10 years ago, you died at this very spot. There's no mistake. You drowned. The truth is, this world in which you are still alive is the irregularity. This is the false reality. 10 years ago, it was Lynx who tried to kill you at this beach. After Prometheus broke the link between Fate and the Flame, Fate tried to eliminate any obstacle that stood in its way. In the meantime, the 6 dragon gods had sent Nancy forth to try and gain possession of the Flame. Nancy made contact with Fate's biological incarnation, Lynx, and tricked him into temporarily joining forces. The elimination of the Prometheus circuit's lock on the frozen flame was everyone's top priority. Lynx and Nancy abducted Luca, who alone could release the Prometheus lock that guarded the flame. But the whole attempt only ended in failure, so they waited for you to appear instead. You see, Fate calculated that you would one day cross the dimensions and try to make contact with the flame. I don't know how to break this to you, but Lynx was actually your father, Wazuki. Drawing closer to the flame caused him to become unstable, and the image of you dying in terror changed him completely. Finally, after having his psyche totally eroded, he lost his soul and was easily integrated by Fate. Fate turned Wazuki into a biological interface, modeling him after your worst fear at the time, a panther. Although Wazuki managed to escape from Chronopolis with you, he later completely succumbed to Fate. Humans are such fragile, disjointed, imperfect things. Love and hate, life and death. Perhaps even Fate itself dreamed of using the flame to someday reincarnate itself into a new species. It is quite sad, really. It's like when you gaze into the flame gazes back into you. A new species is about to be born on this planet, an alien life form even more evolved than the old Lavos. At the darkness beyond time, the weakened Shala came under the influence of Lavos, and the two became one entity. It is now up to you, the one whom the frozen flame has chosen as its arbiter. You alone can decide how the new Lavos, which is encaged Shala within it, will evolve from here. Your actions will determine whether in the future all time is devoured by Lavos, sending the world into everlasting death. Balthazar foresaw this was going to happen in his world in the year 2300. And he was determined to prevent it from happening, no matter what it took. The Chrono Cross. It alone can combine the sounds of the planet that the 6 types of elements produce. The melody and harmony that brim with all life forms. Use the song of life to heal her enmity and suffering. We entreat you all, please save Shala. You say anything different? Nope. Sorry for making you sad, Lord Smappy. You see, we no longer exist in this timeline. But it is a relief to see that you have grown into such a fine-looking lady. But of course you're beautiful. After all, you're the great Luca's little sister. Sis. Well, good luck, Lord Smappy. Give it your best shot. Show us, the life forms that exist on this planet, what our new future will be.
Alright, let's use the time egg. No beginning and no end. No, wait, not yet. So if you want to do some leveling up, if you want to get some more equipment, you've still got rainbow shells to do, this is your final opportunity to do so. Otherwise, to the darkness of time.
The final gate, which leads to the darkness of time. Looks like this is finally it. Come on! For the sake of my lost memories of what happened 10 years ago.
Come on, old mate.
You don't want to keep the girl waiting any longer. She's been waiting for you and only you. And for over 10,000 years, I might add. If the world's going to be destroyed, then let it be destroyed. If history's going to be changed, then let it bloody well be changed. I'll show you what radical dreamers really dream about.
And there is someone who looks a lot like Lord Smappy. Alright, the Time Devourer. Currently white innate. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to get a diminish out. Extremely rude, but luckily that is enough. Element damage halved temporarily. Alright, so we can steal a Nostrum. Yeah, a Nostrum. We don't want to do that, though. We don't care. Alright, you are going to Tornado. Which, again, would have been good to trap, but I got to diminish out, so that really, really helped. Anything that I want to kick off with? I could do a 99. I don't know what order its attacks come in, so I'm less inclined to try and trap things right now. Just kind of thinking if there's anything that I really want to do. It is going to change elements, I believe. It's white right now. So I think we want to hold off on anything major. Still has, I believe, 15,000 hit points. There's Omega Green. So, equipping green element, the green plate to start with, can be really good. Alright, you know what? I think I'm going to go with Recover All already. Haven't taken too much damage, but I got like 3 of them, so why not? Very tempted to Vigora early. So once Ald's stamina is back up, you get a Bush Basher. That's fine. Alright, you're fine. Alright. Let's go ahead and Vigor Ald. Gonna Omega Green again on Tidal Rabbit, it looked like. That's not too bad. Okay. Got some damage out. I think his defense is way higher than it was before. Just kind of hoping that his element will change. Thought it did, and Tidal Rabbit has, what, poison on? No, afraid. I don't know what that does. Still innate white. I don't like that. I don't want you to be innate white. Alright, well, what can I use? Primarily looking for... Did I get a weaken on you? I don't think I did. But you don't... I don't think you've done any attacks. I should have equipped, Imbecile. Alright, there's Thunderstorm. Might be bad for Tidal Rabbit. Nope, that's okay. I don't want to use a Cure All. I would rather use Cure Plus right now. Everyone else is basically okay on hit points at the moment. Alright, what about you? I might as well start using some level 7 tags. Unless he changes elements, which I thought he would, but he might not. $203 damage. I mean, every damage is better than none, right? Of course, I can't do that with Ald because he's white, and I think he'll probably absorb the white. There's Omega Yellow. Alright, Tidal Rabbit's not afraid anymore, at least. Carnivore +2, I guess. Just get some extra damage out. I mean, there is something to be said for stocking up on my element levels. And keeping them stocked up. There's Thunderstorm again. So Lord Smappy's gonna be not doing so hot. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, I got a few recover alls. There we go. Electro Bolt, probably not going to do a whole lot of damage. 59, yeah, not too bad. Although, Ald is now something or other. What is he? Dizzy. Right. I have no idea what Dizzy does. I still don't know. Like, for a lot of the status effects, like, it's just not obvious. Like, maybe it's not reducing my chance to hit. There's some healing. But yeah, so you can see already, like, a green plate would have been really good. Alright, well, I don't really have any fantastic status effect spell, so she's Maiden Hand, why not? 263 is not bad. I could try Dash and Slash to see if that does actually heal him. Go ahead and red pin. $70. Yeah, that's not very much. Upheaval. I guess it doesn't change elements. Alright, well. Let's lower his magic defense so that he'll take... I mean, I should have done this earlier, but... if I'm going to be using elements, might as well. Gonna upheaval again. Deluge +2. I guess I could also just summon some things. I do have Diminish going on, so that is not helping, but... oh! I think that's it. So we have defeated Lavos as the Time Devourer, or the Devourer of Time. The Devourer undone. Defeat the evolved form of the Time Devourer, and we immediately get credits. And probably a content ID. So yes. Remember all the talk about using the sounds, and you got the little bubbles up top and the tones every time an element would be used? Yeah, this is not the way you're supposed to defeat him. It's lovely music, though. So this is considered the bad end. We have not seen that in the game. It's too bad they couldn't redo this credit sequence with higher res video down there and higher res text. It's just upscaled. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of people when they first played, they'd get to the end. That's a school. What's going on there? I'm sure a lot of people when they first played the game, if they did this, they were probably like, "Excuse me, what? Where's the ending?" And the reason is because this is the bad ending. It is indeed the bad ending. That's again, I'm pretty sure that's a school. What's going on there, game? It's almost as if we're gonna have to get through the good ending to find out what that's all about. You know, some of these scenes you would not have seen if you didn't have, like, the right party setups. Ending movie live footage. Now I also can't remember if this is just black and white because of the bad end and it gets in color. I think it might be in color, but I'm not sure. Yeah, the ending theme, Radical Dreamers. It's very, very good. I'm a big fan of this piece of music. I think it's possible for you to not go get Starkey until you actually need to get his flying saucer. Get to his flying saucer. I'm not sure. So, having done the bad end, we will go ahead and do an unchanging future. See the bad ending. Achievement unlocked. So when we come back next time, after this lovely, lovely music box version of the music, we'll get the good end, and we'll see what's supposed to happen. I'm going to do some leveling up first, just so that I don't have to do that again later. But, yeah. So, we'll get to the good end. We'll get to a New Game Plus, because I don't know that you get New Game Plus with the bad end. Okay, I think you do. I'm going to save it just over here. And if we continue, So it does have the gold 48 stars indicating that it is a completed game. So I think, again, like part of it is that you can then go through the game again fully and try to figure out what you did wrong or something like that. But when we come back next time, we will go through and get the good end. See you next time, everyone.